Looks like we just missed a Friday the 13th. It's Friday the 12th. June the 12th, of course. Friday fan requested Friday. First matchup comes from the Mind Muscle Connection. It doesn't say music. Gunter Schlierkamp, 2002, Show of Strength. Is there any other version? Cedric McMillan, 2016, Arnold Classics. I hope he didn't mean 2017. Anyway, before I begin, I'd like to let you guys know that I have an Instagram now, but more importantly, I'd like to give this channel a shout out, or this Instagram page. It is Who is the Best BB? Who is the Best Bodybuilder? Go ahead, check this guy's channel out. 2,600 followers. He gave me a shout out, so very thankful. And follow him, guys. He has some awesome comparisons. If you like picture comparisons, obviously, that's 90% of what I do, maybe 85. But anyway, he gave me a shout out, and that really helps with my own Instagram page. And I'll link mine and his at the end in the description below. So on with the matchup. Very difficult to say from the front relaxed position. Not really doing the same posture at all. Cedric, he's crouching down, takes a lot of his height away, and he's posing at an aesthetic stance, I believe. Either way, let's go to the side because we do have a symmetry round. And man, these guys are built very similar. It appears that Cedric may have the edge in the pecs, but it's hard to say. These old pictures, the one of Gunter Schlierkamp, may have distorted the thickness. So really, it's not much about the symmetry round. They weren't really standing the same way in the front relaxed. The picture seems to be distorted in the side. And in the rear relaxed, it is also not fair. Gunter, he is not posing at all. I mean, what did they take? 75 pictures of Cedric just from probably one posture, just the standing relaxed, so they can pick and choose. Back in 2002, I'm sure the pictures, they were probably real cameras back then, and they savored each and every shot that they took. But anyway, that's the symmetry round. On to the muscularity round, front double bicep pose. Cedric, he looks good, the physique, flow, even the small little waistline. But Gunter, he's a man. Look at those arms. And speaking of the arms, they are very long. You notice the elbow points. Cedric built probably a little bit better for bodybuilding. But as far as the muscles are concerned, I like the short biceps. There's always the argument, what's better, the long or short? Depends if it's a good short bicep or a good long bicep. Cedric, not much of a peak to speak of. And I honestly think Gunter is in better condition, harder, grainier. But Cedric battles back with the superior shape, superior lines. But then Gunter has the peaks in those biceps. Very difficult to say in the front double bi, but it's Fan Request Friday. I'm going to go with Gunter. I hate doing that. But anyway, front lat spread. This is a little easier for me to judge. Although the more I look at it, Gunter does look good. Gunter is making a good matchup, making a good case for himself here. You got to think, guys, 18 years ago. Cedric McMillan, he has too much in the way of the lat development. Now, Gunter, don't get me wrong, he has some good muscle separation in those lats, very Dorian-esque. And his conditioning, when I look at the vascularity, things of that nature, but it doesn't matter. It's even so far, tie game 1-1. Side chest development, and I can't believe this. As good as Cedric is, as good as his pecs are, Gunter Schlierkamp, look at he's busty. He's a busty big man. Imagine the female version of Gunter. Oh my goodness. Gunter Schlierkamp. Just incredible. Now, this is one of the few side chests that I do like. I'm very picky when it comes to the side chest development. He's holding the far leg pretty straight. Both guys hitting it pretty good. I like the way Cedric is hitting it too, but nothing doing. Very impressed by Gunter. Now, the side tricep, it was hard to get the sizes correctly, I guess. I believe Cedric is leaning back, so it distorts the size a little bit. But there's no tricep to speak of for Gunter Schlierkamp. I'd say it's pancake time. But we all know how Mikey from Mikey's Iron Rage thinks. He thinks that the 99 Coleman would beat the 2011 Phil Heath. Can you believe that? I can't believe it. Give your head a shake, Mikey. There's no way, man. Although I must say, a lot of you guys agree with him. I do not. You guys all have to give your head a shake. Anyway, that's not about this. It's about these two. Gunter Schlierkamp losing the side tricep. Let's have a look at the back developments. And all I have to say is, wow, look at Gunter's back and glutes. Dry as a popcorn fart. I'm here to tell you. And think about it, guys. That lighting, that Dexter Jackson, that Cedric McMillan has. If Gunter Schlierkamp was under that lighting, could you imagine? It's not a mandatory shot, but this more than makes up for perhaps the edge that Cedric got in the symmetry round. My soul, look at the glutes. Rear lat spread, this is in fact a mandatory shot, and Gunter is a great big grizzly bear. Now Cedric has some I almost called him Dexter again. Cedric has some good trap development for sure, good muscle separation, but again, isn't probably that lighting creating a lot of shadows? Gunter clearly has some nice traps and lats, not to mention twice as dry. Look at those glutes. No wonder he defeated Ronnie Coleman with those dry glutes. Rear double bicep pose, not as clear of a picture of Gunter. He is drier, I think, harder, grainier, better condition, but it is a little sloppy in this shot, and personally, I just do not like the non-symmetrical lats of Gunter, and I know I hate to sound like a broken record, but Cedric's back development does look like Dexter Jackson's, doesn't it? Anyway, that's the 300th time I said anyway. Oh, 301. Ab and thigh shot. I'm giving Cedric a slight edge in the rear double bi. Ab and thigh shot. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is basically conditioning versus flow. There's no way, shape, or form anybody on God's green earth would say Cedric has better condition here. Look at Gunter. He is, what would you call him? Peeled. He's peeled. He's diced. But is he getting a victory? It's an uglier pose than Cedric's, I guess. It's a tight decision here, guys, but it's fan requested Friday. I have to give a full point no matter what. And I'm going to give a slight edge to Gunter Schlierkamp just because it's probably a political decision. I feel that he does deserve the overall win. The most muscular, and it probably wasn't a mandatory shot in Gunter's day. But, heck, they're both hitting it. They're both hitting it the same way. And I do like Cedric a little bit better. Much like every one of these shots, though, he's not as conditioned as Gunter. And I'm taking all that well, actually, I can't take that into consideration. This is Fan Request Friday. But when I look at the score sheets, it is all tied up. So Gunter Schlierkamp gets the win just because of this here, the Christmas tree pose. He was getting an edge in this for sure when you looked at the glutes and even in the Christmas tree. Cedric had a good tree, but Gunter just a little drier. And I'm glad Cedric didn't squeak by with a victory with the mandatory shots, because I feel that Gunter Schlierkamp was just so dry, so strided. Some may argue Cedric had a better posing routine, but go ahead and watch the 2002 Mr. Olympia posing routine. Really good event from Gunter Schlierkamp. Good song, too. Journey. Good stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed the very first Fan Requested Friday of the day. This is my 11th Fan Requested Friday in a row. That's fantastic. And I owe it all to you guys. You guys are the fans. You guys are the ones that requested this. So scurry over into the comment section and get your request in now. I will honor the very first one. It will be played next Friday. Thank you for watching. Subscribe and hit thumbs up on the video. Oh, and follow that guy's Instagram. Please, if he sees an increase, it'll be a kudos. Kudos to me and kudos to him. He helped me out with mine. Have a great day, guys.